Today let us discuss about Banker's algorithm. Banker's algorithm is used to avoid the deadlock when it is in multiple resources. The name was chosen because the user allocates more than the available cache. It is used in banking system such that will not run out of the resource. It must declare the maximum number of instances that it needs. There are 4 variables allocation. Each instance of resources are available currently holds by the system, and the max is the instance currently requested. Is instance of each resource available in the system. The need is how many resources we want to allocate in the system. So the first step is to allocate. We have to total calculate the allocation. So 3, 5, and 6. The total allocation is 653, and next the first step is total resources. The total resources plus first available. So the total first available is 653 plus 432 equals to 5, 6 and 8 and 6. This is the first step, total resource plus first available. So we have got we just adding 653 and 432. This is the first step. So next So the second step is need. We have to calculate the need. So to calculate the need, we have to subtract max minus allocation. So the first process is 863 minus 210 equals to 3, 5 and 6, 653, and second not exactly that. 12 is 943 minus 112 equals to 8 2 2. So now let's calculate P2. Three minus 020. So the answer is 315. So I'll calculate P3 here. So 423 minus 301 equals to 122. So the third step is we need to check whether the condition is true or not, where the need is lesser than the available. If here the need is 653, the first process, the available is 4, 3, 2. Here the condition is false. So we have to go to the next step. 8 2 1. We are comparing to the 4 3 2. Again here it is false. Then coming to the P2, the need is 5 1 3, where it is condition is again false. Then we are going to the last process, 1 2 2 4 3 2. Here the condition is satisfied. So when the condition is true, we have to add allocation plus available. This will be our new available. So 301 plus 432 is equals to 733. So this will be our new available. Now let us check 733 with the other processes, where P0 is equals to 653 is lesser than 733. So this condition is true. Hence this condition is true, we have to again add allocation plus available. So the allocation is 210 plus 733. We get 943. This is again new available. So we compare it with again process 1, where it is not satisfied with the previous available. So we are comparing again with the P1. So 821 is lesser than 943, where it satisfies the condition. Hence we add this 122 plus 943. So we get answers 1065. Now we have to compare P1, P0 completed, P1 is complete. So we have completed P1, P2 is not completed, and we have completed P3. Now let us check P2. P2 is 513, which is lesser than 1065. So the condition is true. Hence we add again 020 plus 1065 equals to 1085. The fourth step is to write about the safety sequence. So to write the safety sequence, we have to see which process has been satisfied first. Here the process P3 has been satisfied first, and then so we will write here P3, and next P0 is satisfied. Here P0, P1 and P2 are not satisfied, but P3 has been satisfied first. So we have written here P3, and next we have again recheck about P0, P1 and P2. Again while checking P0, the condition has been satisfied. Then we have next seen P1. Here the condition has been satisfied. So we have to write again P1 Again, we have seen the condition has been satisfied in the P1. Next sequence is P2. Here P2 has been satisfied. So, we have therefore we got the safety sequence. It indicates that there is no deadlock. If we don't get the safety sequence, it means there will be a deadlock.